So today we are on self-love tip number 3, and we're going to keep doing these because it is wildly important to not only have in our minds and our understanding that us treating us well, the practice of us treating us well, treating us with acceptance and love and kindness. Do you notice that there's a difference between knowing or having an understanding that that's important and then actually doing it? There's almost, I think, as big of a bridge between that as between me going, yes, I understand the importance of working out. I understand the importance of, saving more money. I understand the importance of all these things that are good for us, of eating, healthy, good foods. Understanding can be a real different thing from the actual, like, I'm actually now doing it. So that's the reason that we're just going to keep doing these self-love tips. So this is number 3, and it's a good one. And I used it this morning. And it goes like this. Simply ask yourself, if I was already the person who loved and valued and accepted myself deeply, if I already held my own soul as precious, what would I do? If I was already the person who loved and valued and deeply accepted myself, if I was already the person that held my own soul as precious, what would I do right now? Now, sometimes I use that when I'm having a particular difficult thing. That's what happened this morning. My lighting wasn't working, things that I needed to do for this video. And so I can feel myself. Do you ever feel yourself on the rat wheel? Like, okay, my head instantly goes into problem solver mode. And what do I do? And because I knew this was going to be my topic, I did this like, okay, hold on. Take a big breath. Do that with me right now. You watching right now, live or recorded later. Take a big breath. If I was already the person, if you are already the person who truly loves and values and accepts yourself deeply, what would you do? If you already are the person who holds your own soul as precious, what would you do? And it was funny when I asked myself, because a lot of the busyness, it doesn't always work. These self-love tips are not magic. But when they work, it's awesome. And I felt myself kind of sink like, oh, I would just do it anyway because it's important. And so I'm doing it. Now, here's what's cool about this particular self-love tip. There are some days when I really am already that person. There are days when there are moments that I'm already that person where I'm like, oh, I can feel my preciousness. I can. I value me. I honor me. And then there are other days when that is so not true. So one thing I want you to hear that you already know, but it's nice to hear it, is that you're never going to get this done. We are never going to get this done. You know how whatever, grade or degree, whatever it is that you finished, it's like, ta-da, I'm done, I graduated, I did it. Self-love is a practice. We're never going to get it done. And that can sound like, oh man, that sucks. We're never going to get it done. It's never going to be good enough. But I don't mean it like that. I mean it like there's always more. There's always more. So I have these days where I'm like, oh, sweet girl. And then there are other days where I'm like, this isn't right, and this isn't right, and this feels yucky. So what a perfect thing to do when you have a particular issue, when you're like, oh, this is tough. I'm really not sure what to do right now. Or when you're already in a really good space and you're already feeling at peace or loving toward you and or your the world you're creating for you. And sometimes I just use it um, as a perfect way to start my day. So right now, whenever you're watching, take in a big breath. And with the curiosity of a really cool little kid, big, vibrant, bright aliveness, with curiosity, let's you and me both ask, if I was already the person, if right now I was already the person who loved and valued and accepted, deeply accepted myself, if I already held my own soul as precious, what would I do right now? Or what would I do today? Maybe close your eyes for a minute. Is there something on your to-do list that you would do? Like, oh, yeah. Or is there something on your to-do list that you go, oh, I would so let that go? Go ahead and let those eyes open. Thank you. And I'm going to see you back at self-love tip number 4.